All right, just making a quick video here. Hopefully will help somebody and would kind of seem like common sense, but somebody messed it up on this hub here. So obviously it's not as common as one might like to think. But anyway, so I just wanted to go over real quickly how these nut assemblies are supposed to go on a Dana 44. And it's probably the same for Dana 60s. I'm not 100% sure on that. But you can see here I got my hub off and stuff like that. So the reason that this came up is when I got the truck, so you're looking at the driver's side right now. When I got the truck, the passenger side front wheel was loose. Took it to hub apart, found out the last nut was loose. So I took them all off, repacked the outer bearing, put it all back together. Then when it came to this side, everything looked fine. So I just double checked the torque on it and then called it good. And then when I had the truck up next, I was turning the wheel. I hadn't driven on the highway or anything or on the road, but I was turning the wheel and it felt tight. So my better judgment was like, oh, just take it apart, check it, because I had never actually done this one. And I'm glad I did, because I found out is that whoever put this back together last time messed up the order that these nuts go in. So you can see here, this locating pin is all smushed over. So they had actually put this on. This one's supposed to go on first. They had actually put this on very last, pin in, so it wore it down. So what I'm able to do here, I already did it a little bit, but I'm gonna come at the back side and tap it out a little bit with a punch, and then just grind off whatever burrs here they left when that happened. So anyways, the correct order is, that's too tight to get off with my hand. By the way, if you're looking for the tool for this, I'm sure there's different brands that make them, but the OEM tools 44072, I'm sure you can read, is what you want for these. Now, there may be different sizes of these styles, but this is what you want for, I think, basically any Dana 44, from my understanding. And this is the large hub one, the forward axle here, which is a 4.5. I will put a link in this video if I remember, but go check out my channel if you're interested in seeing just a little bit of going over the large outer size, because they're not very common unless if you know what you're looking for. But I go over the part numbers for the large outer 4.5 size. The most common ones seem to be the smaller ones. But anyways, back on track here. So what I have here, I'll try to turn it loose if I can, I guess. I just had it snugged on there. Well, actually I won't do that because my truck's not jacked up right now. I don't want to have too much weight. Anyways, underneath this nut here is the bearing, the outer bearing. So, obviously doing what you're doing with the bearing to check that and grease it if necessary. But anyways, the assembly is you have the one nut that goes on first, and depending on what spec, I've heard 50 foot-pounds for the first nut, then you back it off quarter turn. My manual, which I'll show you in a second, says 50 foot-pounds for the first nut, back it off 90, and then basically you correct it to the closest slot. And then the final nut, it says around 100 pounds, depending on what model year you have. But I've also seen online that somebody said 200 foot-pounds. So that's obviously a big range. So I think I'm probably going to go with 100. But anyways, so your first nut goes on, and this one is smooth-sided. Now, to my understanding, they look to be like you can put that nut either way. It shouldn't really matter because it's machined equally from what I could tell. But generally, you want to pay attention to the bevels, and but they look like they're beveled on both sides, so it wouldn't matter. So that one goes on. Obviously, you want to have your wheel off the ground, the truck off the ground, so you can turn the wheel. And if you're resetting it, you want to back it off and jiggle the wheel until you get play slop in it. And then you want to be turning the wheel as you tighten down this guy here. And then you know, ideally, if you could have a friend turn the wheel, but if not, just turn it a little bit, tighten it a little bit, turn it a little bit, and so on and so forth, till you suck it in. The idea is you just want to get it to seat really nicely and evenly. So then that guy goes in, 50 foot-pounds, back it off. So I'll show you, this is a Haynes manual here. So these are the specs here. If you want to screenshot that, or take a snapshot of the screen here. But you can see it says for the wheel bearing adjusting nut, 50 foot-pounds, and then you back off 90 degrees, and then basically just put it to the closest pinhole here. And then once you get that on, so anyways, right now the wrong nut is on because I just put it there just to hold the wheel. So that has to come back off. And then, where did it, oh yeah, I put it here. So this guy is supposed to go on first. So you put this on first, obviously with your locating pin out. So, you know, you set your 50 foot-pounds, back it off, do all that deal. And then you take your spacer ring, and obviously there's a slot here that engages with the slot in your axle spline. And then there's a hole, all these holes. Now this one is tapered differently. So generally you can see the front side, perhaps you can see in the video, is a little bit smoother and has rounded edges, and the back is the other way. It probably wouldn't matter because it's going to touch the nut one way or the other, but generally you'd put the flat side in, I think. And so that would locate on, sorry, I said it's on the spline. The locating tab here goes on the threaded portion here. So this would go in here, and then you just turn around the nut. Now I generally, you want to loosen it. If it's not lining up perfectly, you want to loosen it or tighten it. But whatever you do, if you're not sure, loose is always better, as long as you don't have any play when you wiggle, you know, when you turn your wheel up and down. So you can grab it, you grab your wheel here and head at the bottom, and you jerk it back and forth, and you don't want any play. I'm kind of over explaining this, obviously. But anyway, so that goes on, and if this was the correct nut, like it will be when I finish, you basically tweak it until you get in the spline here and you engage the pin locator. And then pretend this was the correct outer nut, which the outer nut has nothing. Mine does have a hole in it because I think that was made to receive it. So they're identical nuts, except one has a pin in it. So pretend that, you know, it wasn't like that. And this guy goes on, tightens down against this, and you torque that to your final torque spec. Anyways, so and that's what locks the mechanism in. So hopefully I haven't said anything wrong in this video, but if I messed up on anything, just somebody can correct me in the comments. But I just wanted to throw this out here. Maybe somebody will see it that doesn't know, because, you know, if you're doing this in a hurry and it's all packed with grease, you may not notice that there's that spline there, or that little pin, which may or may not be what happened last time. I don't know. Or but you know, I can only imagine somebody just wasn't paying attention, or somebody was really young and they, you know, didn't clue into that or something. But there is an order that those go on. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hopefully that was helpful, and I will see you in the next one.